Hello, welcome to Student Hub. Today we are going to discuss about resume writing. Resume is such a small word, but it leaves a deep impression on the employers. So, what does a resume contain? A resume contains your details, your work experience, your education experience, and your other basic details. But do you think that is enough for your employer to know about you? What are the other things that you can include in the resume that leaves a lasting impression on the employer that you are seeking? Well, let's begin. When you talk about a resume, you talk about one-page resume which has your name, your address, your email ID, your education qualification, your work experience, and any past experience along with your extracurricular hobbies. But if you have to stand out of the crowd, this is not enough. You need to be more out of the box thinker. You need to be thinking about all the other details that can be included, which will leave a lasting impression on your employer in the first 20 seconds. According to scientific results, it takes only 25 seconds for a person to form an impression about you. So, what exactly does a resume do? A resume is your single point of contact. A resume is your gateway for the job. A resume is your history. A resume is a paper which defines who you are. A resume can make your career or break your career. So, the first things first, if you are starting to write a resume, choose a simple template. Don't complicate yourself. Don't go with names, classes, qualifications, career objectives, past history, past work experience. No, you don't need to do that. Make it a very simple format, only the point to point details that you want to convey to your employer. The rest can be said in the interview too. So, once you have done choosing your basic format, a basic template for your resume, the next step is choosing a basic format, a basic font, a basic color, a basic idea of conveying your point of view without getting out of the thinker. So, if you have to choose a normal font, you would preferably either go with Calibri font or Cambria font, and make sure that your text is on the edge of 12 points. You cannot exit your resume writing on above 12 font. The only reason is because it is small, crisp, and clear to the reader. If you go with Comic Sans, if you go with Algeria, or if you go with other fonts that are available in your Microsoft, chances are that your employer might think that you're not interested. Maybe you're too show off. Maybe you're too tacky. You don't know how to do a resume. So it is always a best option to choose a simple format, a simple font, and a simple text. Third, choose a point to point essay. For example, you can replace your career objective with your career achievements. You do not need to go around saying, this is my objective of my job, this is my objective of the career, this is my objective of learning, this was my objective when I started taking the class. You don't need to prove it to anyone. That gets proved when you are in the interview any which ways. So, first things first, you will replace your objective with your career definition. Why is it that you need the job? Why is it you want this job? And what benefits will you get from the job, and which will in turn benefit the company that you are seeking? Next, coming to the fourth point that we have in the resume building is choose very common keywords like skills, passion, interested, learning. These simple common keywords are very common, very normal, which will say anyone is using this. So what, even if I use the same? You need to use the same keywords, because the interviewer, when he reads your resume, he should be able to figure out those keywords from your resume, which makes your process easier. If at all you come and say that I am very zealous with this information and I think that this is my enthusiastic corner and I would be doing enormously excellent in this corner, chances are that your interviewer might not read it, might feel like you are showing it off, might even feel disinterested in your resume. He may not even read the full resume if at all you are going with a very hi-fi language which doesn't properly define your objective of the career. So use common keywords like I have been passionate about this, I have been dreaming about this, these are my skills, these are my core competencies, are the things that will enable me to achieve my success. It's okay to use common words, no more fault in that. Coming to the point 5 of your resume building, you need to give your exact information to the employer to get connected with you. You would be defining your name, your phone number, your email ID, which is in correct font, clearly written, no messes around, and you will give your correct address. with your house number, your street, your locality, your PIN code. Remember, PIN code is very important. If you write, I live in Manikonda, Hyderabad and Telangana, and if you forget to get the PIN, not necessary that there is only one Manikonda in the entire Hyderabad. There are many sectors in Manikonda, there are many street numbers, there are many other things which relate to Manikonda. So how will the interviewer get in contact with you? How will he send your offer letter to your house? Or how will he try to get connected with you? Remember, some companies do a verification check also. There are companies who would want to verify whether the credentials that you have given are true or not. So they might even want to come to your house and confirm it to you. And if you just give Manikonda, Hyderabad and Telangana, you're lost. You will not get the job.